go Husla.
Let's change the music. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. So this is the second part of the video for the topic relationship of organism with one another and with the environment or ecology. In the first part of the video last week, we have already go through the first learning objective, which was on the nature of the energy flow and also the roles of the organism in the food web, for example, producer, consumer, herbivore, carnivore, decomposer, food chain, and trophic level. For today, we'll be doing the third part of the topic, which is the carbon cycle diagram. So in carbon cycle, we'll be looking at two things. The first one is we'll be looking at what is actually carbon cycle. So carbon cycle is actually the process where carbon compound is being continually recycled on Earth. Which means carbon, we keep on using carbon compound every day. It keep on being reused again and again. So where can we find carbon compound? Carbon compound, we can find them in the air. So the carbon compound is in the form of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And then you can also find carbon compound in plants. And also we can find carbon in animals, in any living animals. And also we find carbon compound in that organism, in that plant and that animal. Okay? And lastly, compound is also found in fossil fuel. This is an example of a carbon cycle diagram. So in the carbon cycle diagram here, you can see the 5 locations where you can find the carbon compound. First is in the air, where the carbon exists as carbon dioxide, in the plant, in animal, in fossil fuel, and also in that animal. Okay, usually for carbon cycle here, instead of putting that animal here, we put them as decomposer. Why? Because decomposer will break down the dead animal and dead plant to get energy. So from there we can get the carbon of that animal. So now for the second part of the learning objective for carbon cycle, you need to know what are the processes involved in the carbon cycle diagram. So here again, I'm showing you the diagram of a carbon cycle. Plant is eaten by animal. Plant dies and broken down by decomposer. Animal dies and broken down by decomposer. So all the dead material, dead organism, after million of years, they will become fossil fuel. Now, so for the blue arrow and for the red arrow, okay, so the blue arrow here is the process that remove carbon dioxide, and the red arrow, you can see here, there are many red arrow here, are the process that produces carbon dioxide. So let's look at the first process. Okay, for the first process here, this one, the blue arrow, is the process that remove carbon dioxide from the air, from the atmosphere. So this process is known as photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process where plants make glucose. The plant make food, okay? And then here, the second and the third process here, you can see carbon is given back to the air from plant and from animal. So these two processes, processes number 2 and processes number 3, it is called as respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is the process where living organisms break down food to get energy. Okay, and then the next one, process number 4 here. The decomposer will give out carbon back to the air. So the process is called as decay. decay is the process where decomposer break down dead organisms such as plant and animal to get energy. And then for the last process here, fossil fuel, carbon in fossil fuel will be added back to the air by the process combustion. So combustion is any reaction that involve burning something that produces heat energy. For this case, we are burning fossil fuel such as coal, oil or methane. So in short, there's only one process that remove carbon dioxide from the air, which is photosynthesis. And then the process that add or produces carbon dioxide, there are three. It's either respiration from plant and animal, combustion from the burning of fossil fuel, or decay from dead plant and animal. Another word for decay is decomposition. Okay, with that, we have completed all the two learning objectives that you want to achieve today. Okay, with that, I end my video for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.